Band lovers from around the world, welcome back to the entire new limited edition international collection for the Apple Watch. In my previous video, we went over the first 11, and in this video, we're going to round out the rest to complete the entire 22 band collection in this video. If you weren't able to catch part 1, I highly recommend you do, as we showcase some stellar country bands such as Germany, Greece, and Italy, among others. As of the recording of this video, these bands are going fast. So if you're interested in any, I'd head over to apple.com and buy one before you see them on eBay for a very heavy markup. I've been able to do some digging, and it appears that Apple's China website gives us a little bit more insight into how limited these bands are. Kinda, it's sort of vague. Here, look, check out this disclaimer at the very bottom of the China Apple website page. Here's a rough translation. It reads, "The official limited edition Apple Watch International Series straps are on sale in Apple retail stores and Apple online stores. The number is limited to 6,132 pieces, including 2,605 pieces in Apple online stores and 3,527 pieces in Apple retail stores. There is a limit of 10 items per customer while supplies last." So again, it's open interpretation, and I'm not sure if this is only limited to China or if these numbers indicate the global supply. I suspect this means there's 6,132 total bands per country per sizing. So for example, 6,132 Mexico 44mm bands, 6,132 Mexico 40mm bands, 6,132 44mm South African bands, and so on, or at least that's my guess. But I could be wrong. If anyone has more info, please let me know in the comments below. And again, before we start, I'll have standalone videos for some of the most popular country bands, so make sure to hit that subscribe button for future band videos as well as anything related to tech. Alright, let's continue right where we left off and begin part 2 of the entire international collection with Jamaica. Abbreviation JAM as in Nicky Jam, yo. The Jamaican band perfectly embodies their country's flag's colors, being a tricolor design. Jamaica is an island nation located in the Caribbean, and their flag consists of a gold saltire, or X, which divides the flag into 4 sections. 2 of them green on the top and bottom, and 2 black on the right and left. Here's a very interesting fact. Jamaica is the only country flag that does not contain a shade of red, blue, or white. And like I said, the band perfectly depicts their flag with the 2 primary colors being black and that very rich green that is found on their flag. There is yellow trimming on both sides and follows out into the plastic end, while the plastic inserts that attach to the watch are black. The band is stellar and definitely one of my favorites. Second on our list for part 2 is none other than the land of the rising sun, Japan, abbreviation JPN. The Japanese band is already sold out, unfortunately, for the 44mm variant as of the recording of this video. Japan's flag is a simple one. It has a white background bearing a crimson red circle at its center. Apple, instead of featuring a solid red dot on the band, instead opted to portray it on the band with that same crimson red coloring flanking both sides of the band as trimming, with the primary color being white. The plastic end is also red, and the plastic inserts that attach to the watch are white. Just like their flag, the beauty of the band is in its simplicity, and I am excited to pair this one up with my red Apple Watch Series 6 with the matching watch face that oddly features a diagonal stripe instead of a red dot. Up next, we have Mexico, abbreviation MEX. I'll be a little biased here as Mexico is my parents' home country, both being born there. However, while I do dig the band, I feel that this band will often be mistaken for the Italian one, as I mentioned in part 1. Mexico's flag, in my opinion, is awesome, being a tricolor design of vertical red, green, and white bands with the national emblem, an eagle perched on a cactus devouring a serpent. An interesting fact, a Spanish newspaper called 20 Minutos hosted an online poll to see which country flag was the best out of about 150, and according to this poll, Mexico's was voted the most beautiful flag in the world. Gnarly. The band is primarily white with matching white plastic inserts and being flanked on the trimming with a bicolor design, red on the right and green on the left, with the green bleeding into the plastic end. The band looks really clean and slick, but again resembles the Italian flag without the emblem, and even the watch face essentially has the Italian flag, not the Mexican one, because of the absence of the emblem or the eagle. In any case, Both countries' flags look identical, all but the emblem in the middle, and still makes for a very attractive band. Fourth is the Netherlands, abbreviation NED, as in Ned, from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Shout out to those who remember that show. Ironically, following Mexico, whom the Netherlands faced in the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, following the infamous no era penal fiasco, which means it wasn't a penalty. The Netherlands band deviates away from the colors on their flag and instead opt for their national color choice of bright orange, and it makes for a very unique offering. The Netherlands flag consists of a horizontal tricolor design with 3 equal bands of red, white, and blue. So why is this band orange? Thankfully, we already have enough red, white, and blue bands, and it makes this one really stand out. The national color of the Netherlands is orange because it refers to the name of the Dutch royal family, the House of Orange-Nassau. The band is this awesome bright and lively orange color with white trimming wrapping around the edges and features a blue plastic end and white plastic inserts. This is definitely a unique one and up on my list as one of my favorites. Moving right along, we have New Zealand, abbreviation NZL. I once took a solo trip out to Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji back before Rona happened, and I fell in love with New Zealand and its scenery. Plus, the Kiwis are extremely hospitable, and I love the overall atmosphere. A surreal trip, and I'm sure I'll be back again, but New Zealand is another band that doesn't exactly match up with its national flag colors. The flag of New Zealand is often confused with that of Australia. Looking nearly identical, both feature the Union Jack and the canton, a dark navy background, but for New Zealand, the difference is we see 4 red stars instead of white ones, and the stars are formed representing the Southern Cross. The band is all black with white trimming on both sides, a white plastic end, and black plastic inserts. Black and white are colors heavily associated with the New Zealand rugby team, sometimes called the All Blacks, hence the coloring on the band. The watch face as well is all black with a gray diagonal strip. Moving on to our 6th band is Russia, abbreviation RUS. Russia is the largest country in the world by land area, stretching 2 continents. Their flag is simple, resembling that of the Netherlands, kind of, featuring 3 equal horizontal bands of white on the top, blue in the middle, and a brighter red band than that on the Netherlands at the bottom. Naturally, the band is also simple since only 3 colors are involved, but honestly, I get this one mixed up with France's and sometimes the USA's, since they all have the same color scheme. Russia's band is a predominantly bicolor design with a bright red and rich blue with white trimming on both sides, and white plastic inserts and white plastic end. The watch face perfectly depicts the Russian flag to round out a very nice watch to the band combination. Up next is my absolute favorite of the 22 for being so lively, vivid, and unique. I'm talking about South Africa, abbreviation RSA, which stands for the Republic of South Africa. South Africa was the host and to date the only African nation to ever host the World Cup back in 2010. Their flag has horizontal bands of red at the top and blue on the bottom of equal width, separated by a central green band which splits it into a horizontal Y shape. The Y shape embraces a black triangle towards the left with gold bands accenting it, and finally, the outline of the Y also features white trimming. Lots of color that makes for a very vibrant band that encapsulates all of the aforementioned colors. The band has a bicolor design of red and blue, 2 very common colors found on bands, but then is accented with some interesting colors. The trimming is green on both sides with a yellow plastic end and black plastic inserts. The watch face is also extremely cool, featuring all colors found on the South African flag. It's such a unique and vibrant band that it is why it is my favorite of the entire collection. Almost finishing up here as we now look at South Korea, abbreviation KOR. The Republic of South Korea is a country high on my travel wish list. South Korea is situated on the Korean peninsula, sharing the DMZ, or demilitarized zone, with a country we hear here in the US news quite frequently, North Korea. Both countries are almost complete opposites of each other, with South Korea being technologically advanced, has a booming economy, and is a million times more democratic than its northern counterpart, who is being ran by a power-hungry dictator and regime. The South Korean flag is also referred to as the Taegukgi, probably mispronounced it, and has 3 parts: a rectangular white background, a red and blue taeguk in the center, and 4 black trigrams in each corner. For their band, it aims to get the overall gist of the flag, featuring a predominant white color with black trimming on both sides. The plastic end is red and the plastic inserts here are blue. The watch face doesn't really do it all that much justice, so it's not as apparent right away that the watch face is meant to portray the Asian country. Up next, we have Spain, abbreviation ESP. The Spanish flag is recognizable all over the globe. It consists of 3 horizontal stripes, red, yellow, and red, with the center yellow stripe being twice the size as the red ones and an off-center coat of arms. The Spanish national football team is affectionately dubbed La Furia Roja by their fans, which translates to the Red Fury, and their matching band sets to live up to this name. It is a bicolor simple band that has a bicolor design of this rich red and bold yellow, but all other components are red, including all the plastic pieces. The watch face also matches up perfectly and makes it easily recognizable as Spain. For our second to last band, we have the country of Sweden, abbreviation SWE. Sweden is nestled in Northern Europe, being considered a Nordic country, just like Denmark, and their flags are similar, all but differences in color and flag proportions. The flag of Sweden features a yellow or gold Nordic cross along a field of light blue. The blue and yellow both look stellar on the band, as it's not your typical yellow and blue coloring. The blue follows the same blue as their flag and is this mystifying light aqua blue color that under direct sunlight shines bright and really stands out. The plastic pieces here are also blue, and the other color being this calming yellow. The watch face also makes it very easy to decipher that this is Sweden, make no mistake about it. And last but not least, we have my home country of the United States of America, abbreviation USA, and how perfect that us Americans just celebrated our Independence Day on the 4th. Happy birthday, America! Arguably, the USA has the most popular flag in the world. I'm pretty sure most people outside of the US see our flag and instantly know what country it belongs to. The flag, often referred to as the Stars and Stripes, features 13 equal alternating red and white horizontal stripes, referencing the 13 original colonies, with a blue rectangle in the canton that features 50 white stars, referencing the 50 states of the Union. The band perfectly portrays the flag, consisting of a bicolor design being intersected right down the middle vertically, separating the band into a dark blue and white coloring scheme. The trimming is accented by a rich red that follows onto the red plastic end piece but has white plastic inserts. The watch face rounds out the package, striking a very good resemblance to the flag, having a blue partition at the top left with alternating white and red stripes. I definitely wore mine proudly for the 4th of July. And just like that, guys, that's all 22 bands. Insane that we went over 22 so quickly. Like I said, in later videos, I'll go over each one a little more in detail and also showcase it with a variety of Apple Watch casings and colors. With these new 22 bands, my collection now stands at over 275 authentic bands, and I'm starting to run out of space on my band wall. I really can't wait for all the future videos I have planned for these bands, and like I mentioned though, if you are interested, try and secure your international band or bands ASAP, as these will never be made again and are scarce. I love when Apple makes limited edition bands, and I'm proud to say I have all 22 of these. Leave a comment down below if your country's flag is featured, and if it's not, I hope Apple will later make some for some of the countries that were left out. I'd love to see some more countries from Latin and South America, Oceania, as well as Africa. But that's been it for me, guys. Thanks to everyone who stopped by to view the entire 22 international band collection, and as always, can't wait to catch you all in my next video.